to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
Ebro in the Morning, Laura Stiles, Rosenberg. You God of the Wu-Tang Clan is taking some time for us today. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, man, we up in the joint, man. Just trying to, take it one day at a time.
Yo, let's get first things first. Your podcast. What's the name? Where can people get it? Wherever podcast is at. What's the name of it?
Well, the name of the podcast is called Raw. You know what I'm saying? And people can to link on. Was it? I forgot the Q 105. I forgot the damn name of it. But You Guard Raw. It's on all major channels and Spotify, Stupefy, Flipify, whatever you want to call it. It's out there.
Stupefy. Now the name of the book in 2018, did that what was it, Raw, My Journey into the Wu-Tang, right?
Yeah, man. That's been out for 2.5 years. It sold a lot of copies. It's still out there jingling. It's basically my story of me, how I grew up, where I grew up, my beliefs, some of my moral standards, stuff like that. It breaks down my whole persona, besides being a Wu-Tang Clan member, previously before all this rap stuff even happened.
Now, when you think back on 36 Chambers days, I think you had got locked up around those early recordings. Is that right?
Yeah. I was definitely incarcerated for 3 years, in and out. Really, not a whole 3 years, but it was just a stench of back and forth and violations with my parole officer. He just couldn't stand me. He just kept throwing me in the cuffs,
Figuring out reasons.
Oh, he was terrible. This dude was terrible. Victor Ortiz kissed my ass.
I mean, he made you miss 36 Chambers.
No, he didn't make me miss nothing. I missed it my damn self because I thought I was a little smart, little motherfucker. But, I had to learn from certain mistakes I did when I was a kid, that when you cut up cocaine, it goes into your system, you get a dirty urine.
Is that how? Oh.
Yeah. That's how I was getting violated for dirty urines. I wasn't really catching new cases.
Now, we haven't talked in a minute. I've been playing your son's music on my Sunday night show, that Second Generation Wu. Tell us a little bit about your son, and they're making some dope music, man.
My son, me personally, I want him to be a doctor. We have these arguments and stuff like that because he has a very, very intelligent mind. And he's school. He's nice with books. You get a child that's good with books, you want to push him to the limit. So, but he chose another path, and he's getting his rap game on. And I'm glad you holding him down and doing his things. But he has a lot of work to do, man. He has more work to be done.
But he does seem very focused on it. He's more than just rapping. Like, it seems like he's really kind of at the forefront of trying to make this whole Second Generation Wu thing come together.
Well, he gonna do what he gonna do. But what he is good at, though? He is definitely into film. He has a degree in film right now. That was a proud achievement that he achieved. And
he's set up there. He got. I think he got his eye on the prize, Pop.
Yeah,
sounds pretty good. You sound like you're a little concerned, but I think he sounds pretty focused.
I'm always, because your babies is your babies, man.
That's
what I'm saying? You come from a place from hell, and then you come from a place from hell into where you at right now. So you're trying to give him a little experience, knowledge that these kids need, and some kids take it and some kids soak it up like a sponge. And he's a sponge. He's like, my two boys are sponges. So they really honor and listen to what I say, and for the foremost, doing pretty good, man.
So has he created any short films or directed some videos?
Oh, he does videos all day long. If you want to, get a nice video done for a nice budget, Dante, my son, Intel, he's definitely your man to go to. His camera game is ill, and I keep telling him the more you do, the more you become a master. So he's getting his feet wet and doing all the things he can do.
There was a write-up. He sent me a video last week. He's definitely an artiste. Like he pushes the boundaries. Like he does some interesting stuff, man.
I'm looking here. There's a dope write-up on the Second Generation Wu-Tang for those that's checking this out. If y'all want to jump in and follow, they got a dope look in 2019 in Variety magazine. Intel, Power which is Method Man's son, Sun God, which is Ghostface's son, and Young Dirty Bastard. And they have him framed as the Second Generation Wu as a group.
Yep, and if you go on my Mixcloud, Rosenberg Radio, I've been playing them almost every week for the last few months. So they got like 5-6 tunes that are really good stuff. So it made me proud to see it though. But tell us, we have not talked to you since the last time we talked was the book. So
Yeah.
first of all, I'd love to get your feedback on the Of Mics and Men doc, and then also your thoughts on the Hulu Wu-Tang series. Take us through your thoughts on both.
Well, the documentation was definitely it took 6 months to film that, by the way. To get all the information up and our past histories and the photos and people's family members and the traveling, because we was on tour when we did that. And the doc is pretty much spot on. It's definitely the foundation of they got it right. Because we did a lot of our whole life, our whole careers, we did a lot of docs. But I pretty much can say that that documentation was definitely on point. Was definitely where it needed to be. So I don't know.
You guys had incredible footage, though, rare footage that was really a treat for us fans to watch. Like, I couldn't believe you guys had so
I was
much.
amazed. No, I was amazed at the footage. I was kind of upset too at the same time, because I was like, for real, you caught me doing that on camera, and you had that shit in your stash for all those years, and you had me getting hit the block. That's a federal charge, motherfucker. How you doing? Now I'm looking at y'all one eye, some word y'all was doing. Okay, y'all on some sucker shit. That was some sucker shit. But I left it what it is what it is, man. I just left it alone.
And what about the Hulu series? Do you enjoy it?
Oh, the Hulu. I signed on for the first season. I missed due to contractual situations. You know what I mean? They wasn't trying to give me what I wanted. So I just fell back. Visitor told me to fall back. And he said, you'll go out and get this fallback. All right, so I fell back. Then I felt, this season right now, they included me into the situation. So now, I'm back on season 2. And, we're going to see
Paperwork is right.
Yeah, the paperwork is right. And right now we're in a situation where we're trying to pick the right characters and the stuff like that. And because the story got to be told right. I'm always a big believer in telling the truth about certain situations. It makes it more interesting. We don't got nothing to lie about. We don't got to sugarcoat certain things, because people know where we came from. And you can trace my history back. Everybody knows who I was when I was growing up, man. So, it is what it is.
Looking forward, are you gonna decide to put out more recorded music, more material, or is the podcast and this other creative outlet more your focus?
Nah, we doing everything, man. I'm doing everything. I'm trying to get multiple revenue streams, bro. You tell you the truth, I'm a hustler, so I'm trying to do everything. So it's more or less music is coming, we working on Wu album right now, trying to get it together. It's kind of rough in the rough stages right now. So we just taking our time with that. And the Hulu situation, we supposed to be doing some type of I think it's some type of game show too. A game show might be in the works too for the whole clan.
Yo, a game show called Protect Your Neck, where if you get when you get the answer wrong,
yo, Ebro, I like where you're at today.
You like that?
Right. See, you got karate shit. There you go with that karate.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Yo, protect your neck. The game show, that shit would be live, B.
I'm cool with karate-ness. I'm cool with the patience and the whoop ass aspect of it, but all that other stuff to come along with it.
Now, what's your theme and focus on the podcast? And have you already recorded a bunch? What's going to make this podcast stand out in the crowded ass podcast field?
Well, my situation is this. I'm firstly known as I'm literally known. If people don't really know me, they know me. They consider me like the Red Fox of the group. You know what I'm saying? I'm more or less, I'm raunchy talking, and I'm telling you experience from experience. You know what I mean? We're not really here to be validated. I'm not really there to be, to be acting like it's about people to believe me and not like that. I'm more or less here to spark your mind with good conversation about issues that are taking place in the world today. You know what I mean? We talked about prison reform. We talked about prison situations. Even before the prison uprising that happened in Atlanta, we were talking about certain situations about prison, about drugs, about the coronavirus, about all issues that, we talk about in the media, but we having it in an aspect of maybe you might look at as hood or street, whatever you want to call it. Well, we giving you our point of view. And basically you tune in expecting to hear the raw and cut, no lactose, whatever it be, Me Too movement, female situations, whatever the case may be. You feel like it's need to be talked about, we're going to talk about those issues.
You said we. Is there other people you want to shout out on
yeah,
I want to
shout out. Definitely. I want to shout out my manager, Domingo Neris. He's the fat philanthropist. and my homegirl, my homegirl Michelle Michi. She's a feminine host, and she does her thing. She
keeping y'all in check. That's what she doing.
Yeah.
Her job is to keep y'all in check.
She keep strong black women situation. You know how we do. So she just holding down for that for the females out there. And I got my film ladies Bambi. She hold it down for the camera situation. I got my little team together. We do our research, and we look up things and we do research and we come with the best. We come with our opinion. You know what I mean? I ain't here to make people believe me or nothing. I'm just here to spark your brain. You can sit there and say, that's what I'm worried about.
And do you think we'll get some random spots from Wu-Tang brethren?
Oh, definitely. I had Deck on there the other day. I had Ghost on there the other day, and today I got Meth on there today. You know what I mean? So my brothers are gonna be popping in and out, dropping these jewels, and hopefully I get RZA on there. He can come in with his his situation right now. He tied up, he busy. So one of these days we're gonna get him to drop some jewelry too.
Did you watch the RZA Premier battle?
The versus battle.
Yeah, I saw that. I know during the coronavirus, I just got oversaturated with too much media, so I kind of like internalized myself. I just went into my drawing mode, my art mode, and trying to stay slim, because put on that coronavirus fat, you blubbery, you sitting there real soft and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's a real situation going on with that thing, man.
What you was getting blubbery, you got?
Yeah, but you sitting in the house eating lamb and all that fly shit and eating things. Vegetarian. I'm not really veggie. I dibble with vegetarian stuff, but I'm not straight, vegan and stuff like that. I still like a little blood in my sauce.
Oh my God!
Now, can you tell us just for a random Wu question?
Blah 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 blah.
Can you take us through one of my favorite verses of yours?
Man, don't talk about favorite verses, man.
No, hold on. It's just a story. I'm not going to go into the verse.
No, you know what it is with me with verses, man? I'll tell you the truth. I'm on 250 songs, right? And for me to pick out a verse is hard. Every time somebody asks me about that, what's my favorite verse?
I'm not going there. Tell me, I bet you remember this story, though. Do you remember the story around recording Winter Wars?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
See?
That was how can I say? At the time, previously, but let me tell you how my mindset was before Winter Wars. I just came home from prison, and I was trying to get my momentum, and I got kicked out of the booth like about 15, 16 times. And Dirty was the one kicking me out of the booth. He was always, get the fuck out the booth. Oh, that shit was whack. He was a stern teacher, I can just say. But he had love of me because I kept coming back. I kept coming back. And then on the 15th, 16th try, that's when I snapped back into place, and something happened where I just kind of got my little momentum going. You know what I mean? Because it was kind of hard for me. When you in jail, you come home, you got to get adjusted to the outside world. I didn't realize that that's a part of mental thing that, a lot of prisoners don't understand that neither. If you get 10 years in the prison, you got to get 10 years back on the streets just to get your rhythm back. In all things, whether it be love, money, and just fit yourself back in society. You know what I mean? Just because your physical form is there, your mind is still in shaking off shackles that you didn't even know was there. You know what I mean?
And what years were you gone exactly?
I was going from 91 to 93, back and forth.
It must have been an adjustment.
Pardon me, 92 to 94. It was like in and out from that point from on, because it was not my cell number, my number was 92A3131. So, yeah.
And were you able to keep up while you were gone with just how well the Wu-Tang growth was, like what your brothers were doing? Like how much it was blowing up?
Yeah, I was on Meth. Meth was my ear to the streets at the time. I was constantly calling home, and it was him and a couple of other people I had in the hood that was, my eyes and ears and all that. So yeah, I was always in, tune what's going on. That's just how I was growing up.
But that must be an adjustment that you get out, and now your man Meth is a star when you get.
I already knew he was going to be a star, though. We used to fight about that all the time, because he used to go through his time when he was down, and he used to get down himself too. And I was just telling him like, "Yo, man, one day, man, you're going to be that dude." And he was putting in that work, and he was doing everything that needed to be done for him to become that star, because he was really focused on his music at the time, more than the average. You know what I mean? While I was doing other things, he was doing more of that. You know what I mean? And that was a good thing for him.
So what was the fight? He didn't believe it sometimes?
Well, you know how it is. You when you in the hood, you in the ghetto, you have your self-esteem is kind of low. Even though you have big thoughts, you know, and you fighting internally with yourself all the time. You know how it is. My biggest belief is that you're your own worst enemy. You know what I mean? Sometimes the things that you have inside of you hinder you from becoming great rather. I mean, and he just had it though. But you know, there was flickers of moments when I told him like, yo, dog, you got it, man. You know what I mean? And I always saw it in him. I always saw his greatness, and I always stood by his greatness. And it was like, yo, that's why we became brothers. You know, the things we went through, you know, we went through a lot of things, but, you know, I always was like, first, he could tell you straight up and down, Hugo was always the first nigga to say, yo, you gonna be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we bonded, and, you know, we became Batman and Robin at one time, you know what I mean? And then when he blew up, you know, I was right there with him, you know, I'm still here. And it was a good thing, because his blowing up was able me to get out with him. Right, you know what I mean? Right. That's how I always saw it. I mean, my brothers was able, when my brother blew up, I blew up. Ray blew up, I blew up again. RZA blew up. You know what I mean? So it was more or less, that's a team. That's how teamwork works. You know what I'm saying? I pass him the ball. I don't care. I know he gonna dunk it though. He's in his range where I know he can't miss. If I give him the ball, he's over behind the foul line, I know he gonna hit that 3-point jumper, because he's professional at hitting those 3 points.
Well, that's what made you guys kind of like the Warriors. Like, everyone understood. It didn't seem like anyone was upset that RZA was point guard, Meth was shooting guard, Raekwon. Everyone understood whose roles was.
But why should there be?
Well, some people just don't understand that. They don't understand the concept of teamwork, and so.
But that's putting a roof over your ceiling. That's putting a roof over your head and stopping you from growth. You know, if sometimes I might have a good day, I might have a good month, then the next 2 months might be shitty. But then my brother he might come behind me. That might be his months. He's fucking balling. He going through the hole like a monster. That's just how the law of the universe comes into play. And you know, these are the teachings I was brought up with. You know what I mean? So that's 5% stuff. That's, like I said, that stuff helped us to realize certain things, and that you know, that the average person probably don't understand. You know what I mean? With the law of nature and how things move, and the
supreme mathematics and staying focused.
That's right. And that stuff worked for us. You know what I mean? And we applied it, and this is where we at today.
The application of knowledge and that wisdom, though, is you know, people throw words around a lot, but hearing you talk, there was definitely application of the information.
Yes,
that allowed you all to be humble when it called for it, and to, you know, or to be, you know, the aggressors when it called for it. You know what I mean?
And that's an art form too, by the way. That is like don't think that's not a talent.
Right.
Because you got to know, sometimes I can lose and still win.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you got to think. Say, damn, how can you lose and think you win? Because all things are a lesson. And sometimes you might have to fall back for somebody else to win so you can win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's the concept, like you said, of teamwork, Ebro. You know, you understand. You from that era. I know you got that beard on you, right? Trying to hide behind that beard and all that. But I know you from that era. I can smell it on you.
Well, you know, I think that it's you know, that application of the information to be wise and to be on your path and to stay on your square. Not, you know, because you know what happens is, because of the popularity of individuals like yourselves, the Wu-Tang and other artists through music and the culture of hip-hop, things began to become cliche.
What you mean by cliche?
Meaning it was thrown around in rap songs, but people weren't really doing the knowledge. They were just saying words in raps. And I think it's important that people see individuals like yourselves and understand that, no, they really were about what you heard about in the music. And they were those human beings. They lived, not only did they live the bad stuff, but they lived the good stuff.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
But, you know, I don't want to glorify the stuff that we went through, right? Because that was a part of us. And I think about that every day. I say to myself, like, damn, what if we didn't grow up the way we grew up? Would we be able to say the things we were saying? Nah, I doubt it. You know, so to take your universe of shitty fucked upness and make it into something great has been applied science by our blacks for a long time, man. We've been able to do that. That's how we've been able to win and stand the foremost and be the toughest race. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. Y'all can shit on black people all you want. We the toughest fucking race. We
done tried everything to kill us. We done tried
everything that tried to kill us. We still here. And being able to take the shittiest situation and make it great is a part of our DNA also. When we were slaves, they do hog maul at us. They threw all types of fucked up food. We made that to a delicacy. You know what I'm saying? We did all type of things and turn it around, and that's one of our strengths. And we took that same strength from the hood and did it again from a different way. And hopefully the youngsters, because like I said, I'm telling this is for the babies. This ain't for me. This is for the kids that want that inspiration, that need that guidance. Because you do need some guidance out here. Don't think you can do it on your own. Don't think, that you gotta be teamed up with guns and with dudes shuffling in the streets and thinking you gotta be gangster all the time. That's one way, but there's always other ways of doing it without so much damage and under so much stress. Because that's stressful, B. That's the reason why I got PTSD to this day, because I just came from that. And I can't put the gun down. I can't. Once you pick it up, you can never put it down. You always gonna be lurker-durker. You always gonna be lurker-durker, and that's a part of that's a sickness. I mean, and I'm just telling the youngest, man, just you can get away from it though if you do just decide to make a choice. You know what I mean? If you in some drama or you in a certain situation, don't use the anger, use your mind, man. Take a deep breath and don't be emotional about the situation. Just use your mind. Think of a way to live and survive. That's what it's about.
Well, and you got through one of the hardest situations imaginable with your child.
That was one of the situations. That was one of many. You know what I mean? My child got shot. I've been in a federal investigation my whole life. I've been all type of shit, kidnapped, all type of shit I've been through, man. I've been grazed and gunshot and gunfights. I've been all type of shit. I got scars. I got all type of shit. I got gun wounds. All that, bro. All that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still standing. And I'm letting you motherfuckers know, like I said, I ain't here to make you fucking believe me. I don't care about you believing me. Just spark your brain, bro. I'm here to make your brain, make you think. That's all. I don't care about all the other titles and fuck how you feel, all this bozo nigga. I don't care about none of that. But whoever gonna attract to my air light, whoever gonna attract to my voice, that's what I'm trying to get. I want to sink into some of these little young kids and save a life or two. That's all.
On that seed that was planted, though, I just want to reiterate on your ability to think logically and not emotionally, those seeds that was planted with y'all as young people, 14, 15, 16 in the hood, to be able to use that part of your brain while you may make mistakes along the way. I look at you talking about your young son and you wanting him to, do something else other than music, but him gravitating to the creativity of, producing movies and making music, and that's how he wants to apply his talents. But you've planted some seeds there that are going to help him navigate that. And now with your podcast, you can plant some more seeds to help people think logically and not emotionally.
That's right. Exactly. Because we growing up without the father figure in the house and certain things that we needed as men that keeps us grounded, that you can have advice to go to. Like, because plenty of times when I picked up that ratchet, I was thinking I need somebody to talk to about the situation before I make a move. I ain't have that, so I made the move. And then either it stuck or it flip-flopped. You know what I'm saying? And 9 or 10 times it was a bad move. And that's what people need, man. That's what my young people need. That's what my young black individuals need out in the streets. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm focusing on, because we the most reckless right now. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm focusing on. Fuck that. I'm here that's what I'm here for.
That's right.
I'm here to, like, you listen to this conversation, like these dudes, like I said, they going at it in Atlanta right now. Is it worth for you losing all that money in that fly pussy, man? Come on, man. Think about that before you squeeze all that. Is it worth that? It's not. It's not worth it, man. Your life is worth more than that, than just that specific moment that you caught up in right now that you think is going to be around forever, and it's not. It's not. It's going to pass. It's going to go to something else.
Well, and what's happening in Atlanta is happening in Chicago. It's happening in Philly. It's happening in New York, and a lot of it, is tied to power that we don't have when you come up in certain communities, black communities specifically, economic power to employ your people. We was just talking earlier on the show about unemployment rates in Chicago and New York City and Philly because, when you look at COVID and you look at unemployment, you look at summertime in the city is always crazy anyway, right? Kids out of school.
Ebro, pardon, cut you off. Don't you notice that every time the weather shifts, there's a shift in violence? You ever notice that?
Every time. Every time. I mean, we used to joke back in the day, suns out, guns out. Like, that used to be a thing. You know what I mean? And it was like...
I told you from that era, you hide behind that fucking goddamn bed, man.
Yeah, that's some old school.
Ain't fooling me with that bed.
But everybody was outside. Everybody was outside, and shit's gonna go left. People are hot. People are broke. People are out to get a rep. And there's a lot. And then now you throw on top of that unemployment, COVID-19, quarantine, can't move around like you want to, et cetera, et cetera. And it's a lot. And there's a lot of chaos going on in the streets, which, for the prison industrial complex, they love it. That's more money.
Back on the plantation. Back on the plantation, baby. That's where you're going. Did that already. Cutting down trees. I must have cut down like 20 miles of trees, nigga. Fucking
really,
dude. Yeah, I started off in a medium. No, minimum. It was minimum, which was cutting down trees. My second violation, they put me in the medium. Then I stood there for a while. I ain't make it to the max. Them niggas too gorilla up in there for me.
He's like,
I'm telling dog. I'm not shitting you, bro.
You ain't got to tell me. I never been. Shit, I stayed out of that. I'm a square. I stay on the sidewalk.
I ain't mad at you for that one because I wish I would have thought that because when I saw them niggas come up out of Clinton and them motherfuckers was like humanoids up in there, bro. I ain't seen niggas that big in my life, and it wasn't just one or two. All these motherfuckers, they was squatting 400, 500 pounds coming up out of there, bro. Like they've been in there for years, coming off the train, the shackles, looking at us like young motherfuckers, like we fresh meat. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, I started doing my push-ups. Like, yo, it's gonna get on up in this bitch, man. I gotta gain some weight. Yo, man, it's serious up in there, bro.
Every man in my family went to prison. You ain't gotta tell me twice. The only person that didn't go to prison was the generation before me was my uncle Scott. He didn't go. My uncle Joe, excuse me, he didn't go. Joe Henderson, he was the chief of police or chief of fire department. He didn't go. And
everybody else in the streets, they was doing their thing.
Everybody else, they didn't have to tell me twice. I stayed in school.
Hey, it sounds like you need an Ebro episode of the podcast.
Went to work.
I know.
Oh, definitely. He's like, I don't see him for a while. He's kind of a little standoffish at first. I see him, but when me and Ego, we got a little chemistry going.
Always.
It's a light skin thing, I guess.
Check the podcast, Raw. You know what I'm saying? RAW, wherever you get podcasts. And also we gotta make sure we get it going for the second generation. What do they call?
Second generation Wu.
Is it second generation Wu or just generation?
Hold on. Let me say one thing. I'm gonna put a surprise bow on that right now. They done changed the name. They ain't gonna reveal the name till they got their project together. You know what I mean? Because I don't want them under the.
Well, I know they dropped a single this year called Legacy Drip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Generation Wu.
No, as of recent, until I don't know about what you guys talking about when they changed their name, but they had been second generation Wu. That's what it had been.
Okay, but they got some other thing going on. I don't know. My son is involved in it. He's doing his 1-2 step, but I can't keep up with the youngins all the time.
Nah, you're not supposed to. Intel, he got his joint till the album drops that he put out this year too. Intellectual entertainment. I love seeing this.
Yeah, man.
You like seeing this? You like seeing this, huh?
Hell yeah.
My baby's doing rapping. Damn it! I don't want to be. I want doctors and nurses. I need more doctors and lawyers in the house.
Nah.
I gotta get some more babies.
Yo.
Need about 4 more of these motherfuckers.
Yo, you got it. It's great to see you, sir.
Yeah,
Keep going. Man. Thank you for your time today.
Yo, thank you for having me. You know how it is, man. I wish should came up there and seen y'all, and everybody's home doing their thing. I want your families be safe. And before we go, shit, do you believe this fucking COVID shit is real? You think it's some conspiracy shit going on with this bullshit?
I mean, you could believe whatever you want to believe, but I know people dying. So as long as people dying, wear a mask and stay low. Because we could go down the rabbit hole of, bacterial what is it virus warfare and all of those. We could do all of that, but guess what? I can't stop it and I can't fix it, so I'm putting the mask on. Right. I'm staying out the way.
Yeah, shit. It's like fighting an invisible bully. You can't see.
You could do all of it all day long, but I know one thing. I know people dying, and I know people that have been sick, and I know people who have lost loved ones. And I know
what's going on with you, baby? What's going on with you, man? How the family doing?
Everything's straight, man. Like I said, just trying to be healthy and like Ebro said, I'm just here moving low, mask
you
on.
Good in the face. You're looking real. You're looking like you take.
Rosenberg's like 30 pounds down, big.
I lost weight.
I'm about to say you looking. You did something. You
put some moisturizers on. Nah,
and
man.
Lost weight.
I just try my best to be as healthy as I can through this. Not to say it's easy. You know what I'm saying?
This
Friday
Rambo
comes, I'm definitely
shit
pouring a drink. I understand it's not easy out here, but I'm doing my best.
This Rambo workout shit in the park shit, I can't do this shit. It's too much for me, man. I need a gym. I need a stationary spot to work out at, man. But I've been trying to get it in the park. It's looking like the penitentiary in the park right now.
That brings up too many
PTSD
memories.
start kicking in. You be like, nah.
I can't do it. I think somebody gonna shiv me. I think somebody gonna jump out the bushes. I don't know what the fuck going on.
Fuck these Oz workouts. You're good.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But yo, fellas, man, we gonna slide up. Thank you very much for having me again.
You got it. It was great to see you, man.
You got it. Thank you, man.
Check him out on his podcast, Raw. Look for You God wherever you get podcasts.
Yeah. And hold on, go to Instagram, YouGod_Zilla. Instagram, baby. Follow me. Do some thingamadoodles with me.
Follow the God. Do the thingamadoodles.
Peace, man.